What's going on, y'all? It's NRW Nerds Rule the World, KayFabeyBaby, NRW Ring Generals Podcast. I'm Kuya P, and this week is just me and my man Sean Mongold. Generally when it's the three of us, it's the House of Black, the Trios champions. When it's just me and Eldon, it's the FTR squad. I don't think Sean and I have ever been just he and I. So what should we call just our duo? Sean, who should we go with? Should we be the Heart Foundation? Should we be the Legion of Doom? Who should we be, man?
That's a good question, man. I don't even know. Man. Who could we?
Who you want to put on? The Scissor Bros? We'll come up with one by the end of the show. As I've overtaken Sean's brain because he's trying to figure it out, or he's frozen on my screen right now because he's trying to figure it so much. I think he's frozen. Sean, can you hear me? Are you in there? Are we dialed in? Did we freeze you so much because of the question? Y'all, I think we've frozen Sean. We're going to come back in just a second. Hopefully he's hearing me right now, and we'll be back with this show. Or you may not even see this because I'm going to edit the hell out of it. Here we go. All right, Sean, you're frozen in fear a second ago.
I know.
You got an idea?
I do.
What's up?
I'm thinking the Outrunners.
I dig it. Shout out to the Outrunners too. I haven't been watching wrestling like you have of late, but I have been catching the dirt sheets on, that catches my eye every now and then with a little post here and there. But I love that they're getting love right now, and they're just so classically old school in today's new generation.
Yeah, they did a little segment, like a little promo, I think on Collision this past week. If you look it up, like, it was so funny.
Yeah.
It was just so dumb, and it was just like so, I don't know, man. Like, it's just so over the top, and it's just like, you guys are just like Hulk Hogan's of now that I actually like would root for.
Yeah, because fuck Hulk Hogan
all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then also they're like teaming up with FTR too, which is funny. So you just said that you and Eldon are FTR, and I was like, you know what, this will be fun right here. Like you all out FTR, we're Outrunners, and they're teaming up now, and like so they're getting a little bit of love by proxy of the following and the heat that FTR has. So
nice.
They're doing some things smart over there. They're doing a couple smart things, and so that is definitely one of them. But yeah, that's what I think.
I like that. I like that a lot. I since we've seen them and perform live and just in general, on they're getting airplay on AEW. That's pretty cool. I'm down with that, and it takes me back to when I started following wrestling in the 80s, 90s. So I love that. So speaking of which, talking about things going right, as I told you before we got rolling, I've been so busy with interviews and coverage of a bunch of different things that I haven't been watching the wrestling on the DVR, man. So let's check in on what's going on with AEW, WWE. Let me know what's the latest. What would you tell some new person getting into wrestling what's going on right now? And then we'll do my vibe check later because I want to get your vibe check on some of the current wrestlers at the moment. So what the fuck's going on with AEW right now? They've been kind of missing and off and all of that, with the recent All Out and everything. What's going down, bro? Oh, snap. We lost the brother again. If you're watching this has been a hectic episode with internet issues. Am I going to rock this? Am I going to keep this in? Stay tuned to the final edit to find out. We'll be back. Yeah. All right, y'all. The WWE internet, AEW, the wrestling internet is killing us right now. If you've been watching this, we've had a couple of pinfalls already. If we get pinned one more time, that's this episode, y'all. We've gotten beaten by the internet gods. Anyway, my man Sean Mongol is back. We're going to talk about what's going down at AEW. Brother man, let me know, fill me in. What have I been missing? What's the important news out of AEW right now?
Man, what is important? I don't even know. It's kind of hard. I think, Grand Slam's coming up next week. So Dynamite. And then the following week is the 5-year anniversary of AEW Dynamite. So that's pretty cool. They're trying to do some things. They got Bryan Danielson versus Nigel. Nigel's been kind of,
Who's Nigel?
Nigel McGuinness. He's been
Oh,
the
he hitting.
announcer
Okay, that's right.
that
He's
hates
wrestling
Bryan.
again.
Yeah, he came back at All In, and they used to have a big thing in ROH, and I didn't really watch the American Dragon or Nigel in ROH back then, so I don't have the connection that
Yeah.
maybe other people would have for this. So I don't really
care.
I don't care. Like, this guy really doesn't wrestle like that anymore, so I'm just like,
yeah.
This is Bryan's retirement,
Yeah,
show.
his journey with some of his friends before he goes out.
Yeah.
At least that's a vibe. We can feel it. Yeah, it's like
yeah. And so that's happening. I don't know if you call it Collision at all, but Wheeler Yuta is like doing this overacting thing because, I mean, as you saw all out, so Mox and them turned on Danielson, like had the bag. Yuta is still friends with him and he's been checking on him, and like he's trios champs with Pac and fucking Claudio, who betrayed Danielson. So like on Collision they try to do this whole thing where he's so distracted and just doesn't know what to think, and it was just so much overacting. It was kind of like and it's a good story to tell. It's just, and I want to give it more time, obviously. And then yesterday they did another segment where Claudio and Pac were like, "Yo, like you need to be next week at Grand Slam because we're defending the championships and we need you. Like, like nut up, pretty much nut up, like pretty much stop being a bitch.
Yeah.
We're not mad, we're disappointed that you haven't been showing up with us, blah 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 blah, that kind of stupid shit." And then Wheeler also had a segment yesterday, and it was just like, oh, like he left his title accidentally in the ring. Someone had to come like, "Yo, Yuta, you left your championship," and like he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be with the guys at Wrestle Dream." And then the interviewer was like, "Well, Wrestle Dream's in December. You're going to be wrestling at Grand Slam next week." So it's just like, oh, he's so distracted, and I'm like, I don't know. It's just a little weird, So that's a big one, and obviously, Mox and them are like tearing at, like they're feuding with Private Party, and then all of a sudden Darby's with Private Party or helping them out because Moxley, well, not with them, but like help them out because Moxley's called out Darby. So it's just like a lot of like shit intermixed of it all, man. It's just really weird.
That just isn't connecting for you, or you think with the audience right now?
I don't know. I mean, the audience loves it. I mean, the AEW audience loves this shit. They just love AEW. There's a specific reason why these people chant AEW, but when you go to WWE, people do not chant WWE.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they just love AEW because it's AEW. So like, therefore they do not criticize the product. I'm sorry, I do. You know, I still enjoy some bits and pieces. I still watch it, and
it's just not working for you specifically.
Yeah. And there's certain things on WWE that don't work for me, like there's stuff on NXT anywhere else that don't work for me. But yeah, it was just very interesting. There was no Mercedes segment, which was weird. Now that I think about it, last night I don't recall one, so she didn't have a match. I don't know if they've announced anything for Grand Slam either, which is kind of weird because that's how you sell tickets. So it's just like how they operate is just really weird, man. I'm like, you guys need to announce these matches and like commit to them and provide them so you can sell fucking tickets.
It feels like they just don't have enough good storylines to build, because you build your pay-per-view off of storylines, and it's just such in a disarray that they're not sure what they're doing. At least that's, I would say, what the vibe is from us.
Yeah, I mean,
or just not strong enough, because you would know instantly with WWE right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For you, with what you're saying,
yeah,
you mentioned certain things, but it just doesn't seem, it's not fully hitting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck their plan is, and I don't know what they're doing. I mean, they're 5 years in now. I mean, they need to get a grip.
They got to get it together.
But other than that, let's see. They're giving Queen Aminata a lot of shine. lately, which I love. I love Queen Amanada, like amazing, phenomenal wrestler. You know, she looks amazing. Ring gear is really cute. You know, she's kind of feuding with Serena Deeb a little bit, which also bleeds into Mariah May, who's been feuding with what's her name? Suki or Yuki Sakasaki or something like that. And it was really annoying. I can't stand Mariah until she wrestles. Like they had her on commentary, I think on Collision when Yuki was wrestling, and like all she kept saying was like how she's a 10-year-old. Oh, she's just a child. She's a child. She's a child. She's a 10-year-old. She's a 10 like and didn't say anything outside of that. I'm like, bro, like
yeah.
You're supposed to be a champion. You're supposed to know how to talk. You're supposed to know how to like be on commentary. And if someone is telling, if this is the direction they're telling you to go, like just keep mentioning that she's a child. Shame on them, you know? So I mean, it might not all be on her. But yeah, I just like stop with the weird child shit and like there's always that stigma of like Asian women and children, like you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
and it's such a weird stigma, and then a white woman is doing it. It's just
the optics ain't right.
What the fuck are you doing right now? It's just really weird. Like I know you're a heel, but still there's lines. But you know, they had a match, they had like a tag team match, which was really good. And then Mariah just interfered. And then Mina had it. Oh man, I can't wait for fucking Mina Shirakawa to come back. Oh, she did this amazing promo last night or yesterday. Check that out if you haven't seen it. Like she's just so good. I fucking love Mina. Like I'm excited for Mina to come back and like see what the feud between or what the dynamic is between Mina and Mariah.
Yeah.
You know. So that's cool. Literally nothing else really intrigues me. I mean, things that piss me off, let's see. Scapegoat Jack Perry. They keep doing like these segments like he's a hard ass. Like he comes in this big ass van, this blacked out van with scapegoat written on it, and he just marches into the ring, marches into the stadium, has his match, wins, grabs his title shirtless, runs back to the fucking the scapegoat machine, throws his belt in there and tries to be very fucking deep, fake deep, and then speeds off. I'm like, you literally just took Moxley's gimmick from like when he started at AEW.
Mm.
Like you have the jacket, it's opened up, you know, you got long pants on, you come in, you know, through Gorilla like a badass, and like they're trying to do this badass thing, and I'm like, dude, like your vignette, like your whole vignette, you look like the 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, I can't get behind it. I'm sorry. I don't know why they picked this route for him. I truly do not know, but it is what it is. AEW stands love it because, you know, they just, like I said, they eat everything that AEW does up. And I don't get it. Yeah, I mean, other than that, like I said, I can't really think, I mean, they had a really cool main event last night. It was Kyle Fletcher, Will Ospreay, and Takeshita. So it was like Don Callis family, even though Will's no longer a part of it, but he's good friends with Kyle Fletcher, obviously, and they were going against Okada and the Young Bucks. So still teasing Takeshita and Okada a lot, you know, like, and that's the match that everyone wants to see. I want to see it.
Yeah.
So that was a good match. Obviously, we didn't get any MJF, which was interesting. But yeah, it's, you know.
It's what it is. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we'll do a vibe check within the brand since we're going to do both WWE and AEW, and we're in AEW right now. We'll kind of section this off then. So I got some questions for you, sir, before we now head over into WWE for the last half of our episode. You ready for the vibe check?
Yes,
all right. Who in AEW do you feel, does Sean Mongold feel is the most overused wrestler currently in AEW? Overused.
That's hard.
Who do you dislike the most?
It's like a four-way tie.
They just using way too much.
It's like a four-way
if it's hard to just pinpoint one, you can give me a top three.
Oh, okay. Man, fuck. I was about to say four. Okay, top three. Fuck. Obviously.
Well, on the four. I was just trying to help you out with if you
Chris Jericho.
Most overused? Okay.
Overused. My man's had like 8 monikers in 5 years in AEW. Like, take a fucking break. Go away.
All right.
Be a producer for some of the matches for a while. Like, I truly think he believes that he's getting people over, and I don't know. Maybe the Hook thing, maybe it helped. I don't really know. I don't get it. Now he's just feuding with Orange Cassidy. I'm like, Orange Cassidy does not need help getting over. Yet again, unfortunately, Orange Cassidy's on that list.
All right. So Chris Jericho,
Overused.
Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it. People are mad. Darby Allin.
Oh yes, yes. I am in agreement with that.
I feel
Okay.
like he got a title really early on.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden he got the fucking team with Sting, the Icon Sting, won tag team belts with him,
Yeah.
was a part of his, goodbye tour. And now all of a sudden he's going after Daniel Bryanson, for the world title without really winning a match. Like, he literally just lost the match to Jack Perry, who has the TNT championship in a coffin match, which he hasn't lost before. That's the first loss he ever had. And now all of a sudden he's going for the world championship. Of course, it's going to be on the premise that he beats Jon Moxley, because for whatever reason, Jon Moxley is also in that title picture when he's been gone for 3 months, and now he came back and attacked the champion. That's all he did. So it just didn't make sense. But yeah, Darby, and then the other one, man, fuck, who the fuck?
You said Chris Jericho, Darby Allin. I thought you gave me somebody else. Oh, Orange Cassidy. You're gonna give me one more?
And Jack Perry.
Jack Perry.
Yeah.
All right.
I think they're overused. And like I said, like, there's so many other talent that's like underutilized, like Private Party right now.
Well, all right. Well, we're bleeding into the next question then.
Sorry.
No worries. It's all good, man. So who are the most underused wrestlers in AEW?
I will say Private Party.
Private Party.
Their tag division did something so interesting where it started off so hot 5 years ago. And I don't know what the fuck happened. And now the Lucha Bros are gone. They're going to WWE. Like, Young Bucks are still champions to this day. And I'm just like, man, I don't know what the fuck happened. So Private Party is definitely underutilized, I think, in my opinion. I think they can get very over. I think they're great in the ring. I think they're great. They have a great gimmick. They can get over. Like I said, they just cut good promos too. Now they're feuding with Moxley and them. So they kept them out of this tournament for some reason. And I guess it was so that they could feud with this new de facto Blackpool Combat Club. We'll see what it does for them. I don't know. They're getting their asses beat right now. Mm-hmm. So I guess, they're going to get their asses beat for a little bit and then slowly make their babyface climb to finally getting a win. But other than that, underutilized. Let's see. Athena Palmer.
Athena.
Okay. I'm sorry, like, this women's division needs some kind of catalyst. And I feel that Athena was caught in a kind of vacuum of circumstance when she first came to AEW, because Britt was, I think, champion at the time and was like tied up in all these things, so they couldn't just interject Athena there. So they interjected Athena to the TBS title, which at the time had Jade, who was undefeated. So they kind of fed her to Jade. And obviously with Jade's skill, you can't really have a banger of a match. So there was no way to really make Athena look strong with feuding with Jade, and they didn't want Athena to dethrone Jade. So, circumstances just kind of like weren't on her side. And then she kind of went to ROH. Now she's killing it in ROH. And I think she's the best thing in ROH right now, like in any of the divisions, men or women. She has the longest reigning ROH title run. And it's just like, okay, let her give the belt up and bring her up to the main roster so she can kick, who's ever, like Mariah May's ass. Have her go and fucking do a big feud with Mercedes. Like, give Mercedes some kind of big feud. It's like you fed her Britt, and then Britt went away. That wasn't a big feud. That was like a 2-week feud.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just went away, Britt. And I'm just like, that's weird, I guess. Sure.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to see Athena. And I don't know. I don't know who else is on. Obviously House of Black. I'll go ahead and say it.
House of Black. All right.
Get Malachi
Round
back
it
in the
out.
single. Yeah. You had Malachi lose to fucking Adam Copeland in that cage match when Adam Copeland broke his shin. And then, it was a great match, which I think, Malachi should have won. And then you have this tournament to figure out who gets the belt, and Malachi doesn't get it. And it's just like, it's really weird how they overlook Malachi. I don't understand. Yeah. So that's who I'm going to say.
All right, so that's your top 3 most underutilized wrestlers: Private Party, Athena Palmer, and the House of Black. Who's your favorite female identifying wrestler?
Favorite in AEW?
Yes, yeah, we're strictly in AEW right now.
Ah, man, that's really hard. I love Mercedes, I love Athena, and now Mina. Like, I fucking love Amina, and now Queen Aminata. Like, all of them are great, and same with Willow. Like, I feel like they have good women's wrestlers, and I feel like they're telling weird stories with the belts. Yeah. Like Willow and Chris Statlander, like their street match All Out, like holy shit. Like that was one of those show stealers right there. You know what I mean? Like that was an amazing match. I
gotta choose.
No.
Go ahead, give me your top 3 then.
I'm gonna give me top 3. I'm gonna give you one. I'm just gonna give you one. I'm just gonna say Willow.
Willow. Okay. Willow Nightingale.
I love me some Willow. And I think Willow has a very unique babyface edge. Yeah. And I think she really leans into it. And I like that she leans into it. And I like that she can also play like in between too. Like she can get serious, even though like still happy, but see like play a line there. Because when the street fight came out, like she wasn't all happy, golly, happy, here I am, to have a good time. It was like, I'm ready to beat some ass. So I was just like, I like that, that she can kind of come down to that level. So I love watching her in the ring, and I think she's a force to be reckoned with.
Definitely. Yeah. I think she's definitely presented herself in exactly what you're saying. And not too many wrestlers have that capability where you can see that soft side and the serious side. She really has that on lock because she's built herself so much, I think, as that soft side. And we can relate to her when she's had to get serious because friends have betrayed her within the storyline. So it works. Shout out to Willow Nightingale. Yeah. And she's such a good person. When I chatted her up during WrestleMania weekend, man, just cool. Just good vibes. All right, brother, let's head over to WWE. Tell me the latest, and then we'll vibe check off of what's going down at WWE with the same questions that I threw at you, man. So what should people know? What's hitting with you at WWE right now?
Everything, bro. And
remember there was a time they were like, fuck WWE, bro.
Yeah, man. They do a real good job of like turning it around real quick.
Yes, sir.
This Raw, it seemed completely different from the past few weeks. And I know they just did like a season premiere of it restarting on
snap. Before we do, I forgot we did female identifying. I forgot to do male identifying. I just looked at my list because I'm making notes for the next time we do another vibe check to see if things still stand.
So favorite male identifying wrestler in AEW.
Yes, sir. Sorry to take you back real quick.
No, you're fine. Let's see. The favorite at the moment. Let's see. I am, obviously Swerve's up there. I think Swerve's kind of always going to be up there just because he's entertaining.
But we got to pick just one, though.
I know. I kind of want to pick younger people, like newer people. You know what I mean? Like not so much veterans.
Okay.
So I kind of want to, it's kind of a cop out, but I kind of want to say the Outrunners.
Okay, I dig it. We started it off with that.
Let's
give them some heat.
At first, like a month ago, when they were like out and about, I was like, "Who the fuck are these losers?" You know what I mean? Like, who the
was
fuck
that the first time you saw them when we saw them at the show that we went to, that Dynamite show we went to?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think that was my first
Dynamite
time.
Rampage. We saw them both on one night.
Yeah. I had no idea who they were, and I was like, "Who the fuck are these fucking these yucks.
I think that was my first time seeing them too, and we saw,
and I thought they were like doing this like, oh, we love Hulk Hogan, so we're gonna do this thing, but I literally think they're just like making fun of him.
Yeah,
and I love it even more because of that.
Yeah,
and it really comes through with some of their segments, because they do like these like 80s like promos of them working out, at the gym and like flexing and things like that, and it's just so wholesome, and it looks so much fun, and like they just have fun in the ring too. You know what I mean? Like they were having fun with like FTR, and it's always fun when you can see like the humbleness of someone, whether it be their character or their actual humbleness as a human themselves. It's always nice to see that. So that was very heartwarming to see on Collision, like, and I think that like closed out the show on Collision too. So it was really nice to see that, because the whole card was kind of like and then that was like, oh, okay, you know what, I'm digging these guys, I'm starting to dig these guys. So like, however they built that up, kudos, because one, like, booking matters. You know what I mean? And we'll get to that at Raw too, but like booking matters. And like, if there's certain things that you do and or do not do to book someone's character the right way, like it could go from someone you just really cannot stand to someone who, like, I just changed on Outrunners and be like, bro, like I fucking love them. You know what I mean? So so definitely those two.
All right, we'll stick with that and just see where it lands the next time we do a check again and see how they are. All right, brother, we can head over to WWE. My apologies to throw you back.
You're fine.
All right, what's going on? What's going on?
Oh man, there's so much. Raw changed over to what?
But give me a top three though, because the essence of time.
It's hard. Like, well, first, which is general news. Like, Raw is going to go to 2 hours starting like October something until the new year, until they go to Netflix. SmackDown's going to go to 3 hours come the new year as well. So we're going to get 6 hours, and not including NXT. So we're going to have like 9 hours of content from WWE. Insane. Top three moments from Raw. Man, that Kaiju battle. I'm pretty sure you saw clips of it. Is Braun Strowman versus Bronson Reed, bro. This is where this is what I like to kind of harken back to what I was saying about booking. They very easily could have let Bronson Reed fall to wayside, because it's been like that for like a year. They've kind of made him this dominating force, but put him in like these weird triple threats, and like the other person gets pinned. So he hasn't really looked weak.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been winning either. And so like there was no real story with him until he started doing the tsunamis consistently, and starting with Seth Rollins and giving him such a main character. And we were talking about this too. Seth probably wanted some time. He was like, yo, like, let me just, play an injury angle and like put the heat on someone that needs it, aka Bronson Reed. So like that was a very smart decision. And then that transferred over to R-Truth, and that transferred over to Miz. And then all of a sudden Braun Strowman comes back into the picture. And now it's, oh, this guy's been doing this in the locker room, not on my watch. I hate bullies. And then he comes in and does his thing. And bro, that match, like the top rope fell off, like the top turnbuckle fell off. Like Bronson Reed threw an audience member at Braun Strowman. Like, there was a crossbody through the timetable barricade. There was slammed through tables, tipping over golf carts, slamming through drywall, like literally a kaiju battle. And it was just so good.
Yeah.
And same thing with Braun Strowman. Like, I feel like this is probably like one of the best things that Braun Strowman has been in since like 2018. So like almost 6 years. Cause like, I feel like everything else has kind of been really weird. Like, teaming up with Ricochet just because both of them are bald, like, and I'm just like finally I feel like he has a good standing feud with Bronson Reed. And I feel like they can drag this out and do a couple stipulation matches, some last man standing or some street matches or something like that, because obviously they've already shown like they can't really be contained to the ring because they break it every single time, which is crazy. But I really enjoy that. So definitely That is top number one. If you did not see it, bro, go fucking watch that. It wasn't even a match.
All on the DVR right now, man. I just got to find the time.
Yeah, they didn't even fucking ring the bell. It wasn't even a match. Like, it was supposed to be a match, and they like just went haywire and shit went crazy, and it was great. It was absolutely great. Number two moment, I'll definitely say the Io Sky versus Bianca Belair match.
Okay.
The level of experience that both these wrestlers have is bar none. Like just rewatching Bianca like time and time again, like every single time she does a kip up or does anything, I always look at my wife. I'm like, bro, like, how does she not like do a kip up and accidentally like land on her motherfucking braid and pull that bitch out? Like, you know what I mean? Just and then you're like one like crazy moment from like what we were talking about the other week with Mercedes and her hair and like having to readjust it. And, like how? And then Maki was just like, no, like if you pay attention, like every time before she does something, she always takes a very long arm and then grabs the braid and she swings it out before she does something, before she does a kip up, before she runs against the rope, before she does a dive, before she does, a tope. Like, and I was just like, I never peeped that before. And I'm just like, man, like the level of memory and the level of commitment and experience you have to have on top of remembering your spot, remembering where your opponent is, how to be safe, when to jump, when not to jump, how to land, when to grab your braid, when not to grab your braid, like make sure all your shit's in, because like wardrobe malfunctions happen, like on top of having your face on, feeding the crowd, looking at hard cam, looking at the mobile cam when you need to. And I'm just like, bro, like there's so much to remember. And like, she is just on it. And I'm just like,
you got to give him that. And now, I think it's becoming more abundantly clear with her, with Jade, because we know still how green Jade is and how wonderful she is. Just how special Bianca is.
Yeah.
In such a short amount of time.
Oh, absolutely.
To be the best of the best. And she deserves all of her accolades and everything, how her trajectory has gone.
Bro, yeah.
Bianca's insane.
She's only been wrestling for like 6 years.
Exactly.
5 years.
And just to be immensely talented and know the game so well,
Bro, it's insane. And like Jade was there ringside watching, and it's great that Jade gets that experience by proxy of Bianca.
Exactly.
And then Io won the match. Which is another good thing to say. Like, and I don't think that necessarily hurts Bianca because she's still a champion with Jade as tag team. This was a singles match. This makes Io look strong. So like, she's a good enough baby face to put over people while also looking strong. And that's
bro,
the ideal situation you want to be in. Like you don't want to flounder your baby face and make them look weak, but like this by no means did not make her look weak. Like this made her look very strong. She did a suplex holding Io and walked up the steps while holding Io up in the sky, and then like threw her into the ring from that suplex position. And Io just sells too. Io knows.
Oh yeah.
Like Io, like, not to take anything away from Io. Io is an amazing performer and she is just crazy good. She's also very naturally talented, just good at understanding where to be, how to sell, when to sell, like when to throw her body, when to make her body go limp and like make her look like she crumbles, like, and all that's experience. And like people like Jade need to like see that. Because some people don't like, I think we've had this conversation before too, is like Charlotte Flair does not sell.
Let's talk about it.
Like,
just because you're a child of one of our legends.
Yeah.
And I like Charlotte, but let's talk about it. That's real talk.
That's like the nepo. But like, here's the thing though. She will sell for people she truly respects.
Ooh.
And she sells for Rhea. She will sell for Becky.
Uh-oh.
I don't know who else she will sell for because like some of the other matches, she just don't like gets hit. That's it.
Yeah.
This is what you get from her. You don't get you don't get the whole body movement when you get hit, when you hit Charlotte. So, and like, it takes, the fortitude of like, okay, I want to make this person look strong because they're my colleague, and so I have to oversell this to make them look that much stronger. Without making it too corny, obviously. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's definitely the overselling people, which in of his own case is funny in certain cases, like the crazy, rock bottoms or the stunners that The Rock used to take, back in the day. Like, those are inherently funny. But yeah, I don't want to take up too much time on that, but yeah, Io, Bianca, amazing match. That's what you kind of have to, like, those are the matches you need to have, and then third, let's see what else happened, bro. I'm gonna say the New Day angle.
You're feeling the New Day angle right now.
Yeah, I hate not saying anything about the Judgment Day, but they've kind of been like, it's kind of been the same thing going, like wheels turning, between Damian, between the Terror Twins and obviously the Judgment Day. So nothing like, except for like Jey Uso coming into the picture and like helping him out, and now Rikishi, everyone's like laughing because Rikishi won't really comment on shit now. So they're just like, Jay had to go and have the conversation with Rikishi and be like, yo, Dad, chill the fuck out. Like, stop making all these comments about, my wife and at home and how WWE is risking my at home life because of my angle with Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
But yeah, it hurts not to say them, but the New Day thing is something that was like lightning in a bottle, in my opinion. And it's crazy too, because I thought it was going to flounder because the Odyssey Jones shit happened, and they just kind of removed him because of whatever it was, domestic assault or whatever it was. Because like I was really looking forward to that. Because I was like, man, they can have this whole thing, and like maybe Xavier betray him or vice versa, and then E has to bring them all together, and then E has to feud with Odyssey. Like, that would be great, So like when he got taken away, I was like, how the fuck are they going to tell the story now? And they kind of, I think it was last week when it all happened. In the past 2 weeks, they've kind of not really mentioned Odyssey, of course, and they kind of went back to just being the New Day for a little bit, for like a week or two. And I was like, oh shit, man! Like, they kind of like dumped the whole segment, or like the tease of conflict. Yeah. And this show brought it back in full force. So you see, there's a segment, and this is what's good, is they tie in a segment early on of Xavier coming up to the Terror Twins and Jay, and was just like, hey, look, we're going after, Finn and JD for the belts today. We're New Day. We're trying to win the belts again for umpteen times champions. I know you're doing shit with the Judgment Day right now, and like, I know they're probably going to attack us and try to pull the numbers game, but I want you guys to stay back here. Like, I don't want your help. Like, we got to do this on our own. Right. And then they're like, yeah, no, much respect. Like, nothing to it. Right. So they get to their match. It's a great match. Good match. New Day is good wrestlers. Finn and JD are great, bobblehead and all. And then, of course, Judgment Day comes out. The rest of the Judgment, Carlito, fucking Dom, Liv come out. And then when they come out, LWO also comes out, because they've been kind of feuding with Judgment Day again, and they start brawling. And then for whatever reason, Kofi gets up on the fucking the top rope and fucking jumps onto all of them to clear them out. And when he does that, the ref gets distracted. Xavier's in the ring with JD. He has him pinned for like 10 seconds, but the ref is busy outside with Kofi and all these people. So Xavier's freaking out, like trying to figure out what's going on. It's like yelling at Kofi, like, get the ref back in here, get the ref back in here. JD tags in Finn. They choke out Xavier, hits the coup de grace. They pin Xavier, and Kofi is just like, oh man, like, so sorry, man. Like, we'll get him next time. And Xavier just like freaks out. It's like, man, I'm done. Like, just whatever. And he runs off. And they have another segment of him like chasing after, and they're like, Kofi, can we ask you a question? He's like, no, like, I'm busy. Like, I have to go find Xavier, like Woods. Like, what the hell? And then you hear Woods in the background screaming at somebody. And he runs up on him, and Woods is yelling at the LWO. It's just like, you cost us the titles. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, why did you interfere? Like, you cost us the titles. Like, what the hell? Like, getting in their face, like shoving them and things like that. And Kofi comes up and is like, oh, bro, like, chill. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, they didn't cost us the belt the Judgment Day did. Like that's their fault. Like that's what they do. And he was just like, and then he starts dapping up LWO and was like, I told these guys to like cover our back just in case the Judgment Day did this. And like, so he daps him up and like sends him on his way. And he was like, I did this. I told him that was my plan. And Xavier does the thing. It was like, whoa. Like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Like, it got like really deep, right? Because it's like, there's so much story and history there. And he was just like, what do you mean? Like, bro, he's like, yet again, he was just like, I went to the Terror Twins and told them not to interfere because I wanted us to be able to do this even against all odds, because that's what we've done. He's like, we are the New Day. We've always done things on our own. Like, so I don't understand why you keep trying to bring in other people. And obviously referencing Odyssey Jones without referencing him. And then Kofi says the line where it's like, yeah, man. He's like, but we used to have E. Now it's just me and you. And that's when Xavier was like, just us? He's like, so just me? So he's like, so you're blaming me? He's like, so am I not good enough? Was E good enough, but I'm not good enough because I never had a championship and you and E did?
Interesting. Wow.
So
they're going deep.
Yeah. So like he's never had a singles championship. So it's probably mentally messing with him. And that was the Karrion Kross effect. As much of a charisma vacuum as that man is, it set up a good story for Xavier. But like Xavier just like, he has a good way of delivering these lines.
Yeah.
Without making it seem like obviously it's read or it's scripted, and like and said with like a lot of different inflection and tonality that like makes it feel real. You know what I mean? And like that's what a good promo is. It's not the I am a champion and you will have to kiss my feet. And like I can't, those promos drive me fucking insane.
Yeah.
So it's like when someone can just go and just talk and then be emotional and like lay out the story, that's when it's great. And it sucks that there's a possibility that New Day may break up.
Yeah, as a result of all this.
But lightning in a bottle, like this is the story. Like I thought it was over because of everything that happened, and like it just got revitalized like that. And it's because these guys they're good at their job. They're good at promos. They're good at talking. They're good at showing emotion. And they have this 10-year history now. Like 10 fucking years they've been around.
Yeah.
And like they can still
got to evolve. They can't, it's like they can't do the thing anymore. Because to be honest, it kind of went stale to certain degrees. Absolutely. And it's a different incarnation now. So let's play with the formula. Yeah.
Yeah. Let Xavier go on his own for a little bit, try to do the main event Jey Uso thing, and then have E be the person once E is finally, eventually, hopefully cleared, try to bring everybody back together.
Yeah.
And
also but if ever, like, personally, as a fan of, while we want him to, I don't want that brother to get hurt again. We don't want to see him be a quadriplegic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's what the world is feeling right now with Tua. I don't know if you're much of a football guy, but like Tua Tagovailoa, I'm messing up his name, the Miami Dolphins quarterback, who's had so many concussions right now. I'm like, bruh, retire. Ooh. Be with your family now. Ooh. Like he just literally just started, but he has millions of dollars already. He's pocketed it. Like, just go home and take care of your family for the rest of your life. You don't need to injure yourself for the,
But that's what sucks though, is like also like at what point though, like these like some people aren't just in it for the money. Like they're in it for the love. Like he has never gotten, like, I don't know who the quarterback is, but like he's probably always wanted a Super Bowl moment. Yeah. Like a WrestleMania moment. Like, and now he just has to take that memory and take that idea out of his head because of something he can't control. So it's just like,
I got you.
It sucks. Like, and that is the safest thing to do, is like go be safe, take time off, or just retire, because you could die. Yeah. Yeah. You could have an early death because of things like this, which sucks. It really does suck. And I don't know why these things. I mean, I know why things are so prevalent. Like, it's a contact sport. Yeah. Right. You're driving your head no matter what kind of helmet you're wearing. there's always the possibility of it. So it does suck, but yeah, no, I feel that same way about E. Like I really wanted to see E with a championship, again, and I think he had the Intercontinental Championship, but he's never had the World Championship. So it was just, I do want to see him come back, healthy. I do not ever want to see him wrestle Ridge Holland again, or take a belly to belly, because
I could swear he had the World Championship for a brief moment before he went down. I thought, am I losing my mind? I thought he had the championship for a second.
He had the Intercontinental or US, I think.
I'm looking.
I don't think.
No, he did win the World WWE Championship.
Really?
Yes. Right before it was, yeah, he had it for a little bit of a time.
Really?
Yeah, he did get the title
before he got injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on, no. I was like, no, he was the one member of the New Day well, Kingston did have it for a brief moment.
Yeah, I was about to say Kingston was the only one I thought. I didn't think
2021 and 2022, because he won the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Big E?
Yeah. And they defeated Baron Corbin.
Damn, I blocked all that shit.
Yeah. Oh no, he defeated he got the briefcase. SummerSlam, Biggie defeated Corbin to regain the briefcase. Oh, because Corbin stole the Money in the Bank from him, and then he later he cashed it in on an episode of Raw, and Biggie declared on Twitter he would be catching the money for. I'm sorry, reading. Lashley defeated Orton, and then Biggie defeated Lashley
for the world title.
Yep, in a cage match on Raw for the WWE Championship. Okay. I was like, yeah, I remember him having it. I was like, hold on.
Yeah. But over on SmackDown, Roman had the Universal Championship.
Yes,
that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Man, that shit always confused. Like when they did the Universal
before they connected it together, and then now they separated it again.
Bro, I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
All right,
I don't know what's happening, but yeah, no. Those were my top three. I mean, like I said, the whole Raw was great. There's a couple other cool moments. Like I said, the Judgment Day shit, man. You can go check it out though. It's really fun. And then Joe Tessitore, the new commentator. I don't know if you've heard him yet.
Yes.
I don't mind him. Some people are just kind of like, oh, he's not a wrestling fan. I'm like, nah, he genuinely sees like he's happy about wrestling.
Yeah.
But he's the person that like fill the void when Wade's doing the color and in between stuff, and he's kind of like doing the remaining of the talking, right? Like where Michael Cole would do that, he's trying to fill the Michael Cole role, and then Wade is doing the Pat McAfee thing, where he's just, oh my god, did you see that move? Oh, I can't believe it.
You need that guy. You needed that kind of a guy, and I don't mind him. I think he's doing what he needs to do.
The thing is, on AEW, I don't think they really have a true color commentator. Like it's technically Nigel, but Nigel's not on Dynamite. So on Dynamite, you have Excalibur, Taz, and Michael Schiavone, and both of them are about as bland as a plain fucking bagel, dude. Like, I'm just like, where's the energy from y'all, man? Like, where's the pop? I love the old boy, Daddy Magic, Matt Menard. Like, when he commentates, I love it because he's just over the top, like Pat McAfee. And I'm like, this keeps me interested. Why is he not doing this more? But anyway, I digress. I just went back to AEW. My bad.
No worries. All right, man. Let's close it out with a quick vibe check, man. Yep. So just give me a wrestler real quick in the essence of time. Same kind of deal we had earlier. Okay. WWE most overused wrestlers. You can give me a top three, if not, if you only have one, or if you have a little bit more and you can't break it down.
Top three. I'm going to say it, and people are going to be mad. Right now, currently, Sami Zayn.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like Sami Zayn's a little overused. They always tease like a little go away for him. Same with Kevin Owens. Ever since they both signed their deal like a year or two ago, they've just been like shoved down our throats now. And like almost every segment involved in everything, and I'm just like, all right, like, and I like Sammy. Don't get me wrong. I just, I'm starting to see him everywhere, and all of a sudden, like, you just lost your belt to Braun. Now you want another world championship match when you haven't really done anything to get there. So it's just like, I'm not mad at Gunther for saying no to your challenges because you haven't earned it. and a babyface needs to earn their opportunities. So it's just, it's getting shoved down our throats now. But also, the Braun Breaker thing also kind of pisses me off. Like they threw him up the main roster, and all of a sudden he's a champion and beats Sammy, and is running around with the leather jacket with like the old school Triple H vibe, looking oranger than a fucking a pumpkin patch. Like, my man needs to calm the tan down a little bit. But yeah, so it'd be Sammy more than likely.
All right, so Sammy is the most overused wrestler right now. Who's the most underused wrestler right now, or wrestlers? Underused. Who ain't getting enough promo plug love?
Yeah, if you would have asked me a couple weeks ago, I would have said Jacob Fatu. But I think
we could also say females, because shit.
Yeah. But I would definitely say Jacob Fatu for the male. For the male. Underrated or underutilized for the women, Lyra Valkyria. They threw her in this weird trios vortex with Natty.
Didn't they bring her
Selena
back down to NXT?
I don't know. Did they? Was she on
It
NXT?
feels like it. It feels like they brought it back down, because they brought it with Tatum Paxley. Last time I saw some of my stuff on the DVR.
Yeah, no. Now she's with Natty and Selena going against Pure Fusion Collective, PFC.
Oh yeah,
PF Changs, if you will.
Yeah,
I don't understand it. It's all, that one's a rough one. I'm just like, now they got Natalia with them, and I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on.
All right, so let's head over then to your favorite female identifying wrestler.
Favorite, man, we just talked about it forever. Bianca. Man, Bianca is my fucking girl, man. I could watch her wrestle a paper bag. You know, like I literally could. Like, it's entertaining. And yet again, one of those, like we talked about with Willow, like one of those baby face, but there's an edge to her when it comes to Bayley. And I love, like we just said with Willow, like I love that edge.
Yeah.
And I hope that turns into something. And now that Naomi is teaming up with Bayley again over on SmackDown, and those tag titles that Jade and Bianca have can cross over, they're bound to collide. So it's going to be Naomi and Bayley versus Jade and Bianca, and that's going to cause an issue, because Bianca hates Bayley, and I think we get that heel turn, man. I think we get that little slight heel turn from Bianca and Jade, and then Jade just has a deeper heel turn later on, and that will turn Bianca back to babyface. But that's the long-term build, in my opinion. But yeah, Bianca all day.
All right, now for male identifying, who do you got
for best or
favorite right now?
Let's see, favorite wrestler. Who am I entertained by? Fuck. Man, oddly enough, even though he hasn't really gotten a lot of shine lately, Ilya Dragunov.
Okay, he's a good dude, real nice cat.
Yeah, and he, they had a segment with him backstage, and I forgot, someone got in his face about something or whatever. So they're trying to give him, they're getting him things here and there. And I really can't wait for the inevitable Ilya versus Gunther matches again, because there is history there. So I'm pleasantly surprised with that. So I'm thoroughly enjoyed with him. And then also Bronson Reed, man, like give it up to Bronson. Like I said, he's been booked right finally, and now he's blowing up. And yeah, give the guy some shine.
All right. I dig that. All right. So let me look at my list again. So oh shit. Did I miss it? You said who'd you say?
For what?
I didn't write it down. I thought I wrote it down. Male.
For male?
Yeah.
Bronson Reed and Ilya Dragunov.
That's what I was thinking. All right. I was like, I know you said the Mad Dragon, and then but you're also tagging in Bronson Reed as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ilya Dragunov. All right, man. Well, there we go. We'll have to touch back on this again to see where we stand.
Yeah,
in a bit,
month or so, right?
Yeah. See who's still running shop, man. Any last words? What's going on with you? And also the 8-Bit review. Let's promote that before we get up out of here.
Yeah, no, 8-Bit review. It's this Saturday. So it's our video game show. We're really excited. There's some we used to do, pre-pandemic, at some other venues in DC. So we're looking forward to bringing this back. It's going to be a great show. We have a great cast, people from out of state coming in. Go to Eventbrite, look up 8-Bit review. If you love Nerdlesque, if you love Burlesque, it's going to be a really fun time. And then follow us on Instagram at the Nerdlesque Fest.
There we go. Show love. Go check out the events, y'all, and let's get something started in the comments, man. Just to liven things up a little bit, and especially because we got my man Sean and his lovely wife Maki. They do anime shows. They do like the zombie show. They do this 8-Bit gaming show. They do the D&D shit. But this is our wrestling show, KayFabeyBaby. We've been trying to also get Maki on here to break some stuff down with us. I need y'all in the comments to help me convince Sean and Maki to let's do some tie-in events to do a wrestling burlesque show tied to some PLE pay-per-view. Can we make that happen? If you want that, put it in the comments so Sean and Maki can help make this happen. I'll help produce with them. I'll do whatever I can, but let's convince them to make this happen. Are you down with that, Sean?
That's already in the works, sir.
Hello.
So
good minds think alike. We didn't even, he ain't telling me about this, y'all. But stay tuned.
This is a dream.
Happen.
Yeah.
But I want to see that. I want to see that. Let's make that happen. Tell in the comments who you want to see. So maybe in case any of the performers that Sean has working or whatever has going on, those people can see who y'all want to see them do. You know what I'm saying? In case they haven't figured it out yet or something, because there's a ton of wrestlers. Who would you like to see do you know what I'm saying? Because that's what these burlesque show is. They kind of take something from this brand and then they do their twist on it. I want to see that, and I want to talk about it in the comments. That would be fun.
Yeah.
All right.
I want a Heartbreak Kid. I want a Heartbreak Kid guy. I want someone to come out in some flyaway pants and those fucking the lipstick joints and the fucking the dog tag vest joint. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it cracking. I'm sure there would be some dope ones. Yeah. They already have their themes. It's like built in already what you could do with a wrestling burlesque show.
Wrestling is theater, and so is burlesque. Like this is already there. It's like an established, carny bullshit. Happen. Yeah.
Give it to us, and then just buckets of money, y'all. Let's talk about it in the comments. As soon as I'm sure Sean is able to talk about it, we'll be talking about it. And you got to bring me in on this one, man, because I need a ring announcer, do something. I need to be in the corner or something, doing some kind of love on this. But I can't wait, brother. All right, y'all. My man Sean Mongold, it's your boy Kuya P, Nerds Rule the World. You know where you're at. Go check out all the content out there. I gotta go edit content right now. I'm so tired, but it's what we do for y'all. Sean, my man, appreciate you as always. Let's get up out of here. Let's get pinned in a 1, 2, 3. Peace,
you come in my face, I'm gonna fight you.
Well, you're not gonna bust a nut anytime we're in the ring.
I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna eat your ass like a pot of collard greens, baby.
I'm gonna stretch his ass like it's never been stretched before.
You can hide behind that commissioner stuff just so long until I jerk a knot in your ass.
And if you don't think I'm big enough, then you grab a hold of me, and you'll know that I'm growing, my man. Within your hands, I will get as big as I need to be to do the job on you.
All right, just jerk Helmsley off.
There's one part of our bodies that's soft, and it ain't soft all the time. If you catch my meaning, I'm gonna come on you like nobody's ever come on you before. Just you and I getting it on like two men should do.
Oh, no!
That's it, right?
Boy, and I'm coming hard.